that much, player. Man, you don't cause the ruckus on Instagram, man. You just find a way to keep your name relevant.
What I do now?
You done announced your retirement, man. People asking me, hey, is he really gone? Is he really gone? Do I have a chance?
See, and I should have put some. Let me go ahead and put some clarification on that. I'm stepping away from the OCB next year. I'm spreading my wings elsewhere. I feel like I've personally done all the things I could do in the OCB. I'm respected by my peers in the OCB. I get plenty of people that message me daily saying, hey, you inspire me. Thanks to you. You're the reason why I joined the OCB. I've done all I could do in the OCB. So it's time for me to take the next step in my bodybuilding career, spread my wings, and I'm just touching other places next year. So that's that.
Okay, so you still gonna be in the trunks. That's what you saying. You're not giving up the trunks.
Correct. I will still be in trunks.
Gotcha. A lot of people thought you were stepping away from classic. Thought you might be there for bodybuilding, man. They were like, oh, he's going to bodybuilding.
One of these days, you never know, man.
Nah, but we have besides that, we had Jillian on last week, and I think sometimes we have a way of speaking people up. Sometimes it just happens for us. So people kind of come out of nowhere, but this person came out of nowhere. We requested her to join us today, but I want you to introduce her and give her welcome.
She has a lengthy bio, so let me try to get through it. All right. She competed in 2022 in the Beachbody Classic. All right.
Okay. Beachbody.
She's a wife. She's a mother. She's an online coach. All right.
Okay.
She's so badass. She don't even go to the gym. She does her workouts at her house. Okay.
Her house. Okay.
She won her Masters Pro card in the Los Campanos in 2023. She placed second open at the same show.
Okay.
All right. Her pro debut was in Minnesota at the Viking in 2023. She got fifth. 2025, she did it this year. She got second. All right.
Ooh, progression right there. Okay.
She's got a few Best Poser awards. So, I guess she can move around a little bit. Yeah. Strike a pose. And her most recent accomplishment, she got second at the 2025 Yorton Cup. Let's welcome Nikki Canterbury. Is it Canterbury? Look, I'm about to mess up your last name.
Canterbury.
Yeah.
Hey, they're gonna kill you in the comments, Jamal. I'm gonna just let you know.
What I do?
Because I said Los Campanos, and they said it's Los Campeones.
Campeones. That's what it is here in Minnesota.
Hey, listen, I'm black. I apologize.
You can get away with it, Jamal. That's fine.
Thank you.
How's it going?
Good, so good. Thanks for having me on today. This is so much fun. I am so excited.
Well, thanks for joining us. We spoke very highly of you last week, and
I know. I was so flattered. I was like, Jillian, stop.
Should we say this week? We should say this week. We spoke so highly of you yesterday,
Yeah.
But we're glad that you could join us. But can you just tell us, how did you get started in your bodybuilding journey? Like, what brought you to the stage?
Oh gosh, like Jamal said, I used to do Beachbody is kind of what started it all for me. I had been doing that for years and years. Like a lot of people kind of laugh at that, and it's like, okay, like can you really get results at home doing programs not designed by coaches? Obviously Beachbody, there's a lot of trainers on there and everything. But yeah, so they at their coaches conference, they would do every year. They would do a physique competition called the Classic. I don't know if any of you know Body Beast, but Sagi would do they call it the Classic, and it was kind of non-federated. It was nothing, but they did have judges that would come to this, and anyone who wanted to be part of it, any of the coaches, to do this competition. And so I did it, and actually my very first time was 2018, I'm sorry. And then I placed second, and when it came back after COVID in 2022, is when, and one of the judges actually was like, you should probably go and do this for real. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, no, I would never go and do a, I was totally just like, no, this is just for fun. And then the following year, they canceled the Beachbody Classic. It was a big uproar in the Beachbody community. And so a bunch of us were like, there has to be, again, I loved, so what really struck for me after doing that competition was just like that really big goal to stage, which was super cool. So I was like, I want to do this again. And obviously I couldn't do it as, just for fun. So I literally Googled natural bodybuilding. And the very first thing that came up was OCB. And I know there's a couple other natural ones too. I looked at it, again, there's like, what is the NANBF? But for whatever reason, like the very first one that again was OCB. And I, looking through that, I was like, I think this is the one I want to do. And so that's when I signed up for my first one. Again, I'm from Minnesota. I live in northern Minnesota. And so that Las Capones, that 2023, that next year, I was like, I'm going to do it. And so I did that one. And again, I won my pro card in the Masters division at that first show. So, and now the rest is history. 3 years later, here we are.
Absolutely. Me and you've been in contact, I want to say what, for 2 years now or what? And I've seen you a couple of times this year, and as people can see, you're like, where does your energy come from? Like, where, like you're just so, like, you're just a ball of energy. Where does that come from?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I just, again, that's just my personality. I don't know. I've always been kind of like the extra. My kids are always like, Mom, calm down. I'm like, what? Like, I'm just like the hype. I don't know. That's always just, I don't know. I get, especially when things I get really excited about, I'm really passionate about, I am like extra. So this is something that has really been a driving passion these last couple of years. And so I love talking about it, and I just get excited.
All right, well, that's going to lead me into my first official question.
Perfect.
When did you know you wanted to fully commit to bodybuilding?
Like I said, when I competed at Beachbody and when I got second place, it was like, oh my gosh. And then, like, again, that judge speaking to me, like, again, I didn't even think about it until he kind of said, you should, could be really competitive in, an actual federated thing. So I was like, I think I want to try that. Like, it was one of those just kind of like a light bulb thing of like, I really enjoy this. I've been an athlete my entire life. Like, I have always lifted. The gym has been like my therapy for years and years. And so, like, it just made sense. Like, when I talked to my husband about it, he came with me to like the Beachbody Classic and the whole Beachbody thing. So when I said I wanted to actually do it, he was like, yay, like, yeah, of course, he was very supportive, whatever. And then, like, when I actually won, he was like, so are you done now, or do you keep going? And I'm like, no, are you kidding me? So, like, when I decided to just right off the bat after winning that, like, it was literally 3 months later that I did then the Viking, that first time that I got fifth place. Like, I was self-coached, actually. I didn't even get a coach for that. I literally used Beachbody to coach myself into that first competition. I did my own nutrition. I did my own, again, my at-home workouts with my little videos, watching the screen, all dumbbells. Like I said, I set up behind my thing. Now I have a squat rack in my living room, okay? Now this is where we're at right now. But at that point, I was using dumbbell. I literally did all just dumbbell work. I didn't have anything heavier than that. And so going into then my first show, doing all of that on my own, I had no idea. So after, like, when I won, it was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Pro show, yep, we're gonna do it right away. And like, I got last place because I literally, like, completely thinking me, okay, pros, we need to be super lean and crazy. So I literally depleted for like a month. I didn't fill up at all. I had no idea. I was just kind of like, okay, I got to get as lean as I can. I had no idea about the carb thing or anything like that. So I literally so on stage, I look at my stage pictures and I was just like a rock hard, like, muscle. Like, again, you can see, again, I get muscly, but I also get really striated too. So, like, I just laugh because I got, like, one of the judges after stage was like, maybe you should switch to figure. I was like, no, I love bikini. Crap, I got to figure this out. So, like, talking to a couple of the judges, I decided that I'm like, okay, if I'm going to do this, I need to get a coach. So that after that Viking show is when I decided to actually get a coach and then continue competing after that. So, yeah.
So I have a question. How hard was it to convince your husband to put a squat rack in the living room?
It actually was kind of hard because he was like, I think it's gonna fall through the floor. Like we don't have like again like we have a one level house, and so his thing was like, I don't think it's gonna like the weight bearing. But I was like, look at this, okay? Can you see? Like that is totally solid. Like no problems. We can rack up the weights. I said it's gonna be fine, and he was like, at first he said no, and like I like said no, putting my foot down. I need this in my living room right now. So then he made it happen.
All right, that's gonna take me to my real question. So I know Jamal ran through your intro, and you know he talked about, and we made a joke about it on the. Well, I made a joke about it last podcast because you came up to me at Masters Nationals and said how you kept coming runner up. Like, is there a certain motivation that comes with runner up, knowing that you're that close, or is it like a negative feeling with coming up runner up? Like,
nope, that's fire. Nope, runner up. Like again, it has definitely driven me. Like again, all my other shows that I have done, I literally have come up second, which again, that's really great. Like again, people were like, "Ooh, that is not good." Like my parents were like, "You should be so proud." So I'm like, "No, I am proud." Like again, every show that I've done, that when you place, it's such an honor knowing that your hard work is paying off. But like it definitely lights a fire of like again, it's not all about placing in these shows, but it definitely, I don't know, for me, it definitely has fueled these last couple of years of, okay, no, I need to go harder. I want to do better. Again, just kind of like that 5th place to that 2nd place was awesome. That jump like that, so seeing like the progress that you make in a year is really, really cool too. So like that has been a very big motivating factor for me too, for sure. Absolutely.
I just want your mindset on your gym at home. I know for me, I have weights and stuff in my garage, but I get a different type of motivation when I actually go to the gym. So how do you stay motivated and wanting to do all the things like just working out in your house? And if you don't mind, tell us like what equipment you have in your house to to help you. I mean, pretty much you got 2nd place at the Yorton, so you got to have some pretty good stuff in there, right?
I have a couple new things, that I did get this last year that I really felt was, again, you guys are going to laugh at this, but okay, so what was the first one? What was the first question you said?
Your motivation mindset.
Oh yeah, the motivate. Okay, yeah. So this is something me and my husband talk about often because he feels the same way. He's like, I cannot be motivated in our living room. Like it's a small space, whatever. But for me, just again, as a mom, this has been like my thing that has been very important. Like this space is really important to me. So like just because this is my only option, like I live in northern Minnesota, like the closest gym is literally a half an hour away. That is why I cannot go to the gym. And again, just my schedule with my kids, my husband leaves a lot for work. So it's like I single parent a lot too. So it's like I can't, leave at 5 a.m. in the morning to go to the gym and come back. So like I'm a 5 a.m.er. I wake up at 5 o'clock. I do my, that's kind of like my mom quiet time myself again, where I do my Bible reading. I do just kind of my stuff. And then I get my workout in before my kids get up for school. That's just been my holy time that has just been really important. Like I find this space actually motivating for me. Like I have just gotten to that point in that headspace of like, okay, this is my space and I have to, just utilizing it to the best that I can. Because I know a lot of people too, like, how do you work out at home? I can't do that. I'm like, I know if I had a different option, I'm sure I would. Again, when I get to go other places, like I have, like when we're on vacation, I'm the psycho one that go, oh, gotta get a good gym on vacation. I don't want to work out in the gym. Like when I see like machines, I'm like, oh my gosh, yay! I gotta use, the other machines are so fun. So yeah, I love visiting gyms. It's just again, I know it's not something that I can like utilize on my like every day. So I just kind of dig deep, and that's kind of where I've just been in my own headspace of just knowing that this is my space, and I have to do it if I want to, compete, and I want to continue progressing in like in my own physique. So.
All right, what's the coolest piece of equipment you got back there?
Oh gosh, do you want to see it? I sat over here so you could. This is what I got after Yorton 2024. Okay.
Is that a hip thrust?
No, it's not even. I have actually, that is my baby hip thrust machine right in the corner there that I lay down. So that is like my BC Strength hip thruster. This is my leg curl / laying leg hammy curl machine that my husband found on Temu.
Okay.
We're sitting at Yorton 2024 last year, and I was like, I need this. And so I'm not even kidding. After that show, we bought this while we were still in North Carolina, and it came like a week later, and then I just crushed my legs for the next year to come back to Yorton for this.
So you're
And
telling me
so,
you're beating 60 women working out from home, and you got some Temu stuff in there. You got your
yep,
squat rack, your dumbbells.
yep. Up
So
to 50. Hey, I have up to 50, so
okay,
that's the important part. I got
okay.
my machine, I got my thruster, because again, I do have the Olympic bar. So again, I can go heavy. I got, the full heavy bar that it has not fallen to the floor yet. We're good. And so that's again, yeah, the minimal equipment that fits into my house, I have made work.
Gotcha.
No.
This is all intriguing to me right now. Like my mind is just going all over the place. So
Okay,
I'm gonna
I have
circle
one
back to
more
this.
thing to show you too. Actually, I have one more piece that
Oh,
you're gonna die at this one too. So this is my husband hung this in our beam. That is that's kind of a cable pulley. So that's where I do a lot of I have a lat pull down bar and like be able to do like all those different like pull down things there. He literally screwed those metal things up on our beam so that we could have weights to be able to do the cable
I
stuff.
love how supportive your husband is of
I know he's the
the
best.
whole gym in my living room type thing. That's amazing. Congrats. Hey, not congrats, but applause to the husband.
Yep, Sean is the best. He really is.
I can just imagine like watching football and then you see your wife over here doing lat pulls.
I, well, my kids play on it too. It's so funny because like our space, even like our leg machine and stuff like that, like we have a couch, but like I'll set it up like, oh, you can sit on my hammy curl machine if you would like, like as a kind of a joke of like, oh, if you want to work out, oh, when people come over and stuff, like it's kind of just a piece of our living room.
All right, so now I'm actually going to circle back to your energy, right? Because
Okay.
when me and Jamal speak, we speak from the aspect of when we're backstage and what we see. And I know from meeting you at Masters Nationals, like in person, that you make friends everywhere. And we always ask, we always try to ask the women, we're like, hey, is everybody friendly, or is there some people back there that's just like, you got too much energy for me, or they kind of brush you off? Have that ever happened?
Actually, no, I don't. I'm the hype squad back there too. Like again, again at Yorton at all of them. It's just that's my fun spot. Like my husband too is like, oh my gosh, you talking to another random person? Like, aren't you supposed to be warming up? I'm not even kidding. The first time I competed against Jillian, my coach was looking for me at the Viking, okay? Like I was supposed to be warming up, like we were going on stage. And like that was my first time meeting her. It's kind of like that starstruck, like, oh, that's Jillian, I know her. So like I'm over there, like again, I had to go and like meet her and we were just chit-chatting, whatever. And like it was like, crap, like so my husband's like, you need to be more focused backstage. I'm like, but backstage is when I can like meet, and I love just the community of just the backstage energy is so much fun for me, and that is what. But see, I feel like that's what like energizes me to be, for stage time. Like I'm not one that like needs to put on the headphones and like totally like zone out like some people do, which again I can tell the people who don't want to talk. I will say that for the ladies, like there's the ones that you're like, okay, yep, nope, I'm not gonna say hi to her because she looks like she's like locked in, which is great. That again, everyone has their different ways, I feel, of what they need to do to focus to, to get in that headspace for stage. Mine is just not as I'm focused, but that's how I get my energy is from. I have the gift of gab, I have been told. And I love hyping the girls up too. I find the ones too that are like you can tell that are newbies, or he'll be like, "Oh, this is my first time," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is my second, so let's talk," and I'll whatever. So like I just like to hype up the other girls too. I know that are like nervous, or you can just tell that they just need a little bit of a little pep talk. So that's me backstage.
All right. So my next question is, what do you think people misunderstand about the bikini division?
Oh, that's a really good
Yeah,
question.
let's go a little deep.
Ooh. Okay. I have a really good one that me and actually Jillian, we were just talking about this, is that I really feel that people who obviously bikini is the least muscular division, right, of bikini or of bodybuilding in general, right? But I feel a lot of people look at it and think that you can it's like just like a beach body that you're just going to the beach, you can go on stage and do well. Which not saying you can, it's all on who shows up, but like I really feel like muscles and leanness get miscued in bikini. Like I'm a judge as well. So like when that's my, the other thing, like when I sing on stage too, it's like there's a lot of girls doing bikini and they're just don't have the muscle and they don't have the leanness. So, and again, I'm all for the muscle. I've always loved muscle. Like, so when I feel bikini, there's a standard that sometimes I feel is lacking or that people just don't get to or they don't want to get to or they can't. I don't know. But I think those are the big things that I think people look at that they don't realize the level that to be competitive or say pro level, we'll say.
Well, you not because like you just said something interesting. But what do you do when these individuals that's not ready or getting their pro cards every weekend?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's literally girls that just step on stage and because there's 5 of them or whatever, they're going to get a pro card and
Mm-hmm.
it's like, well, like what is this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So how does that make you feel as a high level pro and a judge?
Like, do I think that should be allowed, or like what I feel like when these girls who are not to the standard get their pro card?
Correct. Yeah, the second part.
I will say I think that they're in for a world of because again, the pro level is a completely different stage. I feel than amateur too. So
Right.
like when I see a girl get their pro card, and you're like, they're definitely not lean enough. It it kind of makes me go, she's gonna get a rude awakening when she goes onto the pro stage, in my
Fair.
personal opinion.
That's a fair
And
statement.
that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. That is, I feel again, some people think again they misjudge the level of leanness and what it takes to look killer on stage.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
I think that's a very good statement. Just because I think it's funny because I remember the conversation when me and Jamal had an episode when he was just like, should they get awarded a pro card? I was like, they met all the qualifications. Enough people showed up,
You're
right?
like, eh.
So then it's like someone has to be awarded, but then it also means that I think a lot of people do not realize the gap it is, right? We like to
Yes.
say that in the women categories, it's a smaller gap to the men's. That's what everyone likes to say. I mean, from the top to the bottom, though, if we're being honest, from bikini, if there's 70 girls in front of you at the Yorton, you got a rude awakening, like, period, coming
Yeah.
from the amateur stage.
Yep. Very much so.
So that's actually going to take me to that number, that 68, 70 number at the Yorton. You guys are always blessed to have, a wonderful amount of participants to compete against.
Yep.
So that goes, and like we said, we're not going to ask you anything crazy, but how does that feel to know that you were top 3 or top 2 out of 70 people and you're backstage with probably 45 of them at one time?
Oh yeah, for sure. No, it was insane. Like again, I loved this last Yorton how they did a tiered system for us. That really was awesome because it really kind of we got to go up against a couple of that's that we didn't get that just by taking the first one the winner of every category and going to the end like that kind of like the fairness of like I said going up against kind of the top of everybody in the same category, and that was really really cool. Like I said, that felt really awesome knowing, like I said, when going into that second tier of like, okay, if I don't get top 3 I'm done, and so having that that big second tier then who get in top 3 going into the to that finals was like, okay, it's all or nothing, kind of a thing. So it really kind of that drive was really cool. Like I said, to go on stage those 3 different times was crazy, but it was awesome. Like it was a very cool experience, and like I said, there's nothing that feels, knowing again the numbers of it, and then like again placing second out of all, everybody is just, again, it's mind blowing. It's really one of those things that I mean, everyone wants to win there, right? Like you go to Yorton going, oh my gosh, I'm going to be the one that's going to win. Not obviously, again, there's only a very, few people that do make it to that, to that finals to get to those numbers, and stuff. And so no, there was no cooler feeling knowing that, like, especially in that second round, getting that top 3 spot to go even to the finals. Like that was my goal from the year before. Like I got second place, so I missed that, that going to the finals by that 1 spot. And so I just was like, okay, if I can, again, head down, grind down, and just get to the finals was my goal. This last one. So again, to play second out of, those amazing group of women was the coolest thing ever.
Okay, I got 2 more questions for you. This is going to be a 2-part question, and then I got 1 more question for you.
Okay.
So after Minnesota, placing second to Jillian, knowing Jillian was going to be at the Yorton, what was your mindset? And then if she gave you any, what was Jillian's advice to you going into Yorton or even after the Yorton?
Oh gosh. So no, when I competed her against the year before, so me and her competed, this was the second Viking that I came second to her. Okay. So like me and Julian had beef for years. Just kidding. No, again, and she's like my favorite person. Like I was just telling her this after the last episode aired. I was just like, oh, Jillian, like she has been like my inspiration. Like knowing that like her level, and this is again kind of we go into like the level of muscularity and everything. So I knew what I had to do to be more competitive with her from the year prior. So Viking 2024, it was unanimous. Jillian won. Okay. And it was like, yep, I knew the spots. Again, remember my hammy curl machine? That is why that came into play. It was like, okay, she got me in legs, glutes by far. So I was like, okay, crushing it this year. I want to, And so when she announced that she was coming back to the Viking, I was like, you stinker. Stay out of Minnesota. Just kidding. I didn't say that, but I was like, no, I'm just kidding. Please come back to Minnesota. I want to, I want to redo. I even told her that. I'm like, I want to redo. She was like, awesome. And so going to the Viking from this year, knowing that it was not unanimous and it was literally like this close, was like, oh my gosh, like I did it. Like I had that much of an improvement to myself compared to her, which was so cool. Like, I mean, again, she's amazing. I was kind of like, and she obviously was like, oh my gosh, congratulations. Again, you gave me a run for my money, was what she kept on saying, which again, that was, the motivation of like, knowing that I was going to see her at Yorton like 2 weeks later. I was like, okay, like, just, how close I was at the Viking. And then of course, again, friendly competition, like, okay, I'm coming up against her. I want to beat her, you know, at her, since she, so, but again, it is one of those things that, like, I really feel like it is fun to have those, like, friendly competition. Sure, did I want to beat her? Yeah. Do I love her? Yeah. She's one of my very good friends. But I feel like that's kind of what pushed me so much too, of like, she has really set the standard high for bikini. And like her thing to me after the Viking was like, carry this on. Here's the torch. She literally said, here's the torch. Carry the level of like leanness and muscularity. Keep it going, and set that standard high for bikini and don't let it drop. And I was like, don't worry, I got it. We're going to keep working on it.
Jesus. Awesome.
So yeah.
I'm about to say, you can ask your question. I'm gonna go to the top 5 after this.
All right, now, just what's your long-term goal for this sport? Like, what's your end game here? Is it to win the Yorton and then skedaddle? Is it to try to win multiple Yortons? Is it just to inspire, motivate people? Like, what's your end game in this sport?
God, that's another really good question. I've never really thought about that. Like, again, every time I compete, like, it's like, I don't know. I don't feel done yet. Like I really like, how like we're, listening to your guys' like, podcast of like, oh, when do you feel it's time to be done? Or like, when do you, try to, a different goal or, whatever. And it's just, I don't know, like I said, after this last year with Yorton, like coming that close to it was like, even my husband, I said, so Sean comes with me he had come with me the last couple of times to Yorton. He's kind of like, you can't be done. Like this is the first time that he was like, you have to go next year and you have to win this. And I was like, I know it. I have to. And so no, like but again, with that being the goal, like, yeah, I would love to, so I am planning on going and competing again next year. I know, but like you said, like the end goal of that's a tough question because it's like, do you win it and be done? Like I feel like I have the longevity for this sport too. Like I really have a very strong passion for this and I love, the energy that it brings me. I love that end goal. I love pushing people to that too. Like I said, I'm a prep coach as well. So with my girls, it's like I want to be the example for them, for people out there that are, seeing with me. And it's not just about the placements. Like, okay, do I want to win? Absolutely. And my goal is to win Yorton. But like if I don't, I'm not gonna just throw in the towel and be like, okay, well, I guess that's not for me this year. It's like, I don't know. Like, so I guess I know I'll feel, I had told this to my husband too. I said, I know I'll feel when I'm ready to be done. Like, I'm not super young. I'm 30, I'm gonna be 39 in a couple weeks, so I'm getting
Damn, you
almost
old.
that.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I was kidding. I was joking.
So it's like, but I always say this, I'm like, muscle maturity beats out a lot of young muscle as well. So that is where a lot of us old girls can outdo a lot of the young ones because we have the mature muscle. That's what I say is my advantage. I'm just kidding. Um, but yeah, see, again, the goal, like I said, I love the encouragement. Again, as a coach, I love spreading the encouragement, the motivation for every and anybody who wants to compete, and everything. So that is super cool for me to be able to do that and have, God's given me a really cool opportunity in this space, I feel, to be able to share that and inspire people. Other moms, again, I love inspiring other moms. It's like, be healthy, do something good for yourself, inspire your kids and have your kids join you, again, like have your husband join you, like just to be an encouragement as the motherly, in the household to be able to carry that example. That's always been a really important part of my coaching and what I like to put out there and in the social media realms of just, Jen being the example to the people around us. So it's fun for me.
So all I heard in that was you ain't done no time soon.
No, heck no. We's
All right,
going for it. We coming. We coming.
so we have a segment called Top 5.
Okay.
Hold up. Did the sound play? No. There we go. Top 5.
We can't hear it. Like we
I
can't.
can.
Only you can hear it. But once the episode play, we can hear it.
Okay.
Oh, it was like a gong. It was like the dong. But
Okay, I was gonna say I didn't hear anything either.
all right, so we're moving to top 5. So I have inspiration. Usually sometimes it comes to Jamal the question. This one came to me today, just from hearing you talk. And I think you got the cheat code. So me and Jamal may lose this one for the first time ever. So this will be top 5. And you cannot repeat anything. You can you can alter a answer, but you can't repeat anything.
Okay.
And we're going round robin.
Okay.
And you have to build a home gym with just 5 things. With just 5 things. You're starting off, so you better choose wisely.
Okay.
All right.
Am I starting?
Yes.
Hip thrust machine.
Hat squat machine.
Home gym.
Adjustable dumbbells.
Lying hammy machine.
See, I can work my hammies on my hat squat.
Oh, true. Oh, that's true.
I want one of them cable machines, the where you can pretty much do everything on it.
Yep.
Oh man. Give me a Smith machine.
Oh yeah. Leg extension.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a treadmill or a stair stepper. Either or.
Can you pick one so I can pick the other?
Give me a treadmill.
Treadmill.
All right, I'll take elliptical. I thought you was gonna say elliptical. I'll take the elliptical.
It's funny because I'm looking at my elliptical now. I should have said that.
We're going.
Right?
Oh yeah. Vibration pad. If you don't have one, you need one. You don't even know what that is, do you? You were thinking something different, I bet.
Yo, out of control. Yo. Oh man.
It's a recovery tool that everyone must have.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll send you info on it later.
Please don't.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Stop.
Let me get the split squat little machine. You know where you can put your little leg behind there and do split squats, Bulgarian squats. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, let me get one of those.
Well, how about a whole squat rack in your living room?
I got my
Smith machine
dumbbells.
that. Oh yeah.
I got my elliptical.
Mhm.
I got a sauna, so yeah, I'm gonna go with the
Oh
sauna tip.
what? You have a
Yeah.
sauna, no fair. That's amazing.
You can put one in your living room. Go on Amazon. They're like $300.
Seriously?
Yeah. I
Like a
will
little.
actually send you the link after this.
Okay, perfect. I need the link for that. And you cannot. Any home gym is not complete without a bunch of glute bands.
Okay. See,
Mhm.
y'all missed the most important thing.
Uh-oh.
And
Uh-oh.
I'm about to say it. Man, you have to have the mirrors in your home gym so you can look at yourself.
That is
That's
true.
so important.
Is that really a gym equipment though? I guess you
Hey,
can use that's
listen,
posing. That's again.
gym accessory, whatever. Same thing. You
Yeah.
need the mirrors.
Oh man, I need one more thing. So I can work my chest and my back on my Smith machine, my dumbbells, my arms.
Yep.
Oh man, I can do squats on my Smith machine.
Yep, that Smith really covers everything. Cable, you got your cables hanging from your ceiling. You got a cable machine from your ceiling.
Jamal has the cables. He stole the
Okay. Yep.
cables.
Oh, that's right. He has the cable. Shoot.
So he can do like pull down and stuff. I can't.
Yep. You can't shoot.
What's the last thing I need? What can I say I need? This is tough.
Go with that functional pull-up bar with the dips, dog.
Yeah, I got it in the garage too. Man. We're gonna just go with the pull-up bar. We're gonna go with the pull-up bar with the dips, and we're gonna put some bands. Well, you took the bands, so I can't even pull down on the band.
Yep, I have the bands. Yep, you got nothing. Your glutes, they're gonna be sad.
That was fire, right?
That's fine.
That was definitely
so,
fine.
guys, let us know in the comments below who had the best gym setup.
Hip thrust machine. Me. No, me for sure. Gotta have your Olympic bar with your hip thruster.
We're gonna have all the bikini girls in the comments like, Nikki won, Nikki won.
I know, right. It totally would be.
Absolutely.
Oh, you guys are the best.
Nah, you are. Thanks for joining us, though. Seriously.
Stop it. This is so fun. Let's do this every week.
We have our new host, guys.
Right.
All right. I'll be your female.
Absolutely.
Well, we do want to really thank you for joining us, especially on a very short notice. You know,
yes, no problem.
We send the bat signals out all the time, and you never know. Sometimes Batman never comes to save us. So we're glad that you joined us, and you know, we wish you all the best luck for next year. The one good thing is that we both can definitely tell you about the journey it took us to get to that Yorton Cup, and we are sure that you will definitely, you know, continue to be very competitive for the next few years. And, you know, you're going to grab you one sooner or later. Sooner.
I know. I hope so.
So
my name on that cup.
Episode 4. You got to pay the episode 4. Who do you think we should interview next?
Ooh.
There we go. And you got to know them, because we got to do this like pivot. Like, you got to put us on. Like, we got to go get them from you.
I'm trying to think. Oh. Who would be a good... Well, you already got Jillian.
Who is somebody you think that we that don't get enough attention or is not
enough
known
credit?
Enough credit. Don't get enough credit right now. Uh-oh, we stumped her.
I am like totally like mind blanking on like any also like I'm trying to think of like my even like at Masters Nationals or anything. What? Oh my gosh, I am blanking on anybody.
She's gonna get so much hate in her DM after this.
I know. I'll be like, why didn't you think of me?
Melissa's a good one. I think she's done though.
Ooh.
Is
Yeah,
she?
she will. Yeah, she retired. Yes, that's right. Because we hung at Viking. She was that Viking show. Is where I met her at. But she
Who
still would be
promotes the
really, really
Vikings?
good, though. She would be awesome because she's very open with like just when you know to be done and that kind of stuff. We had a really good conversation.
You failed the bikini community.
I know.
Who promotes the Viking?
Brian. So my coach is Brian Berkman.
That's the one that did bodybuilding. He did
Yeah,
bodybuilding.
yep. He was the one that like came out of nowhere. It was so awesome. He was in that finals. He crushed it.
Why don't you mention him?
Oh my gosh, Brian, go and see Brian. You need to have Brian on because he was like the underdog that totally came and was like, "Rawr." He was amazing, and he is a very awesome coach. So yes, Brian Berkman, you need to have him.
Two birds with one stone, coach and promoter series next year. There we go,
Yeah.
Brian.
Because he promotes actually, like I said, the Viking, the Spartan, a couple of these Midwest shows. He's a promoter of like at least 3 of them around here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
noted.
Yeah,
But
do it.
once again, we definitely appreciate you for joining us. You brought a lot of energy.
Man, you can talk 42 minutes.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh, you guys are blabberers. You guys keep going. Let's see how long we can go.
Hey, go ahead, Eric. Send us out, man.
All right, but yeah, like we said, hey, if you guys do not know, go check out Chula Wear. Grab your Chula Wear. Use the code Carolina Muscle or ESHEL10. Use that code, save you guys some money. Or if you're going to go get some core nutritionals, use that code ESHEL20. Get yourself 15% off. But Nikki, we thank you for joining us. But until next time, peace.